Hey guys, Harry Duffy with Ohio Brush Patrol. So we have a little bit of a different video today. Doing some maintenance first off on the machine. And actually before I forget, I want to explain this to everybody. So we're going to do a giveaway. I've noticed a lot of, I looked at my analytics or whatever on YouTube, and I think it's only 30% of people are actually subscribing to the channel. So I figured if I can't get people just by making videos, I might as well do a giveaway or something. So had this sitting in my garage, and I figured there's a lot of people out there that actually might get some use out of it and might think it's pretty cool. So here's the giveaway. I'm gonna be giving away a brand new, never been used. I did plug it in just to make sure that it does work. But brand new snap-on mini fridge. It is black, pretty nice, stainless steel top. Not super big on the inside, but I mean, you could probably two 6-packs or whatever you whatever you drink, but root beer, there you go. But yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway, and I guess how we're gonna do it, I tried to think about the best way to do it is it's actually just past Thanksgiving right now. I think what I'm gonna do is everybody that subscribes, because on my channel I can see the actual little username of the people that subscribe. Everybody that subscribes to the channel between now and Christmas, which is pretty much a month away. Actually, I think today's the 25th. So it's 1 month from today, which I'll try and get this video posted tonight. So it'll give us a full 30 days. So everybody that subscribes between now and Christmas, I'm gonna write down in my little notebook, and then I'll just write them on a little piece of paper or whatever, and then we'll do a drawing at Christmas time. I figured that was the fairest, easiest way. All the people that already have subscribed, I do really appreciate you. I think we're 380 subscribers right now, so but yeah, that's great. Like I said, this is a little bit different video. I did want to explain something else to you guys of we've been absolutely slammed here last about 4 months, so I've been kind of lacking on the video content. That being said, I have probably between 10 and 12 jobs that I have videos for, or I have raw footage for. I just need to do some editing and actually get them up. So a lot of these videos that are going to be coming out next are actually from about 2 months ago, when I mean weather was still really nice and really hot. So just keep that in mind. In today's video, like I said, I wanted to go over the giveaway, and also we're going to be changing out some teeth on the forestry mulcher. These are not a paid spokesman, I'm not a paid spokesman or anything for them. I'm actually just trying these teeth out for the first time. They're from extremewearparts.com. So the mulcher on the machine, the head is an FAE head. So to buy those, I think I priced them out through Rayco. To replacement teeth for that machine, I think are $180 a piece. Which, I mean, there's 32, I think, maybe more than that, maybe 40. I can't remember how many teeth there are on that machine, but it adds up really quick, probably 5 or 6 grand just in teeth to replace them. So I'm always shopping around trying to find a better deal, better product, whatever. So first off, these are the teeth, which they actually look pretty stout. Overall, first impressions of them, I mean, I'm pretty happy. They're probably made in China or something, but I mean, probably the factory ones are made in China. So I'm gonna try these out, see how they go. These are the carbide teeth, which that's all I've ever ran. So I don't have too much insight into the knives, but they also did have a option on their website for knives for this machine. So here is a knife. They're two-sided, which is really nice. So when this side wears out, first off, you can grind them down and sharpen them up, but you can also flip them. So that attracted me. I don't know how these are gonna fare with pretty much how I do things. I really like the carbides because you can get down in the dirt and you can hit rocks without too much consequence. We'll go over these. This is kind of a timeline evolution of, or actually it goes that way, timeline evolution of teeth and how they wear. So we'll go over that in a minute. But I'm kind of excited for these. Like I said, I don't expect too much out of them. Just the teeth are less than half. One of these is less than half of what a carbide teeth ran, and they're double-sided. My brother actually has I think it's a Denis Seamoff forestry mulching head. He runs knives. His own complaint is how much he has to sharpen them, how often he has to replace them. So I'm gonna see if these have any room in my operations and see if they fit into how I do things, like I said. So that's all this. Went over the giveaway. Pretty excited about that. Like I said, this thing's brand new. It's got some scratches and whatever on it from just being in my garage, kids setting stuff on it, but it is brand new. So that is a pretty, my opinion, not all of you might not know about Snap-on, but they're like top of the line hand tools. You really can't get any better than them mechanics tools wise. So like I said, I went over the giveaway, went over the extreme wear parts, new teeth, possibly new teeth. Like I said, they're not a sponsor or anything like that. That's just all of this is my own money. So let's go and let me show you kind of the evolution of these carbide teeth, at least on my specific machine, and how I do stuff. And if you guys have watched this watch the channel for a while, you know I really like getting down into the ground. I like chewing up the stumps. I like chewing up some roots. I like to leave as nice of a finish as I can when I can. So yeah, keep that in mind. So like I said, all of these are carbide teeth, and actually all of these are pretty much the same tooth. These are brand new, obviously. You can kind of see the they're all painted, but you can kind of see the carbide insert in there. And brand new, these are not sharp. They have an edge on them, but they're nowhere near an edge like these knives. So really, everybody always says if you have the horsepower behind your machine, you should run with carbides, just because. I'm halfway thinking that's probably a decent idea, but like I said, I'm gonna give those knives a whirl. So brand new. This is a tooth with this probably has about 200 hours on it, how I do stuff. As you can see, the carbides are really worn down. You can still see the edges on there, but they're nowhere near these edges. They're kind of just flat, but both carbides are still there, and it still looks halfway decent. When you get to this stage, you'll most definitely notice a little bit of performance issues. The mulch will be a little bit more stringy, won't be as chipped up. Other than that, you won't notice much when you get to this stage. This is, like I said, about 200 hours. Usually my teeth last about 350, maybe 400 hours. So this is the next one. So as you can see, the carbides are even more worn down, but what starts happening is it actually starts eating into the mild steel holder that the carbides are attached to. If you guys can see, it starts undercutting the carbide inserts a little bit, and that's pretty much just more of a worn down tooth. But once you get to this stage, you'll most definitely know this is actually when you should replace them. This is the okay, yeah, that's time for those to go, time to get new ones in there. But yeah, you'll most definitely notice a performance problem. You're pretty much just hitting a dull piece of, a rounded off dull piece of carbide against wood, and it doesn't really do much. What cuts into the wood are the edges on these carbide inserts. These sharp edges, or not sharp, but you know what I'm saying, pointed edges, whatever. So like I said, you should replace when you get here. If you do not replace, this is kind of what the next next step is, like I said, it starts eating in underneath, undercutting those carbide inserts, and eventually the carbide insert will either fracture because it's getting hit on a surface that it's not used to, or it'll just pop out completely. So that is the next one. As you can see, the mild steel insert behind the tooth, once that carbide is gone, it just has no chance with that head spinning 2500 RPM, something like that. I mean, if it hits, really even wood can do that. But then next step after that one, actually, let's talk about performance once you get to this stage. When you get to this stage, once you start actually losing that sort of material off teeth, you'll start noticing a balancing problem in your head. You'll notice vibration. You can actually even notice that at this stage, once you start losing that steel underneath of it. Depending on where the tooth is, you'll notice it more. If it's more towards the center, it actually magnifies the imbalance in the wheel. If it's towards the edges where the bearings are, it helps a little bit, but yeah, you'll still notice an imbalance. Very last one is this guy right here, where both carbide teeth are absolutely gone. I'll walk you over to the machine here in a second and show you. If you get to this step and you continue to mulch, I'll show you kind of what can happen. Most definitely notice a performance problem, obviously, because you're cutting with just nothing. You'll most definitely notice an imbalance. Whole machine will probably be shaking, vibrating, especially when you're at higher RPM. So let's take it. So these are the fasteners for these teeth. I did want to go over these with you. So these are still good fasteners. You guys can, maybe I'll sit down. That's a little bit better. You guys can see threads are still in good shape. It's not all rusted out. I do, every single time I replace the teeth, I actually replace these washers, which they're kind of serrated. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're kind of serrated on both sides, and they really help hold the fasteners in. I also add a little bit of Loctite. I think I did a video on replacing these teeth before, but I did want to show you guys something real quick, because this is a really good example of it. This is the same bolt. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the shaft on this one, where all the threads are, is nice and straight. No issues. This guy, you can see actually somebody over torqued this thing and stretched those threads out. You see that right there? This little section of threads is actually stretched out. That's from people over torquing them. You should never reuse a bolt like this. That is an extreme weak point in that bolt, and that is likely to come flying off, and then you lose a tooth and hurt somebody, whatever else. So there's a lot of people that say you should replace these fasteners every single time that you replace the teeth. I'm not a believer in that. I'm just a believer in actually torquing them down. And obviously, if there's any issues like this, or I mean, if the head Allen hole, which in my opinion is really dumb to put an Allen on this style thing where it's torqued so hard, whatever, but if the Allen head is all wallered out or anything like that, and you think you might have issues down the road getting that bolt out, obviously replace it. If the threads are all damaged with rust and whatever else, replace it. If they're stretched, then replace it also. Like I said, I replace these washers every single time, but I did want to go over that real quick on the fasteners. All right, let's take you over and show you these real quick. So I took the two worst teeth off this head already here, and then the other one is from the other side. So these don't actually, the ones in the middle don't actually have that much time on them, probably 150 hours. So those are still halfway decent. They're kind of caked in mud, so you can't see them too well. I'll try and get a better video of those teeth later on when I actually start swapping them out. But so as you can see, this kind of just sits in there like that. Two bolts go in the back. That's how it gets held on. But once your carbide teeth inserts are gone, you can actually start eating in. If you see, this kind of is smooth with this holder. These holders are replaceable, but you can actually start eating into the surface on your holder, and that's what then you'll, I mean, really start noticing imbalancing problems, cause you a lot more work, a lot more pain, money, downtime, everything, once you start eating into the holders. If you start eating into the holders, I mean, you're way past past the point of replacing your teeth, you know. I mean, you can't just, depending on how much damage is done to your holder, you might actually have to replace your holder also. So this one somehow slipped by. I don't know how it got to this point actually, because like I said, I actually pulled this off of my head. It was all the way over on the edge, and maybe I just missed it. But yeah, that is that's about as bad as it can get. And then, like I said, it starts eating into the holder. So yeah, the goal for today is to I think I have 12 new teeth. So my idea, and what I'm gonna do, is move those inner decent teeth to the outside, then put probably six rows of new teeth on the inside. So it'll probably be from that tooth right there to this tooth, have brand new ones, and then the ones on the outside will be these older, still good teeth. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'll set up and probably do you guys on a little time lapse or something. It's not too fun watching me replacing teeth, but yeah, I really appreciate every single one of you for watching. Like I said, all the likes, comments, all the subscribers are great. I'm just doing this giveaway honestly because I really wanted to. It's Christmas time, Christmassy time, I guess, and yeah, I figured somebody could get some use out of this. But as always, guys, appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you on the next one. Like I said, I'll send you guys out on a little time lapse of me replacing these teeth. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one.